out here in this particular location where the sections are cut all up into different lots and roads running through and playgrounds, you're really kind of limited in how you can search those. You could search those as grids systematically, but that may not be the best approach. I take an approach that you really got to know what you're doing to pull it off, and that's I walk randomly, but I listen carefully to the signals that are coming in on my metal detector. You can, by just experience, when you start getting the better signals in the location, you know that that's an area that you have to spend a lot of time on, and then maybe you want to warrant a full 100% coverage grid system on it. But in a testing reconnaissance type stage, you're basically just seeing what you have. I've started, when I go to a site, I've started actually doing some depth testing, looking at the depths of the capability of the metal detector that's being used on the site, just for trying to understand how conditions limit the metal detectors in certain locations, like the beam on sand areas. And I also like to get some of the other metal detectors that are also used on sites by other individuals, and I try to understand their limitations. But we're not just sampling just for depth. We also want to understand why we want to understand the limitations of the metal detectors between each other, where somebody's not using one metal detector that's drastically different from the other. And we want to understand how to set the maximum settings on a site that we can get, so our metal detectors work the maximum that it can. Settings, like I said, when I get to a site, I usually have some general settings I put them on. The metal detector gets a depth of probably about 30 centimeters on a 57 caliber size lead ball, and probably about that close with something that would be a disc-sized brass like colonial size style button. And for something that would be sort of like the size of a cannon ball that hits the cannonball, or even some shrapnel pieces, it can get as far as 45 centimeters. Okay, what I'm using here is a Nautilus DMC2BA. It's a dual mode circuit metal detector, which means it runs two different kinds of metal detectors. It runs an all-metal detector, and it runs a metal detector that discriminates, which means basically that you can actually vary what kinds of metal targets come in. They both run at the same time and run stereo each ear. One sound is a lower monotone, and the other one is a kind of a higher chirp. And what you really want to listen for, it takes a good while for somebody to sort of get used to the two noises and how to associate them with a target. What somebody really wants to do here with using one of these is they want to listen for both of the tones to come in at the same time, and that they come in consistently. When you're in an area of really heavy trash, you can usually start to get a feel for what some unwooded targets sound like. Plus, you can get an idea of what a good signal sounds like, and the longer you're out, the more you can sort of distinguish, so you narrow your search to the wanted targets and kind of veer away from the unwanted parts. Like I've referred to it before, it's almost like playing some music and having some music in front of that music that's louder. It's a different kind of music, and you're trying to listen to the music behind the music that's in front of you.
You're trying to filter out the noise.
That's right, that's right. And you really, you do a lot of filtering. Speaking of filtering, you do a lot of filtering in your head, and it's hard to tell people how you do it. It's a lot of sound listening, noise listening.